Hi there, it's Dave Gross. This video is for you if you're struggling in your current network marketing company, or you might have hit a plateau and you just can't seem to break through to the next level. What I'm going to do is share with you 4 laws of duplication that don't come from me. I don't take credit for it. They're from a training done by Jeff Olson, who is a network marketing professional, been in the industry for a long time, and he's built organizations, some of the largest ones that still stand today in Germany and throughout Europe. And he's helped a lot of people get to 6-figure, 7-figure incomes. And it's because from very early on in his business, he implemented these 4 laws of duplication. So I'm going to go through them real quick, and I'll talk about them a little bit more in depth. So number 1 is whatever it is that you set in motion, and that's essentially what they are, these laws, is they're filters for your daily method of operation, to see what you're doing, to check yourself against something, to see why you are or you're not getting results. If you put these filters, you'll get a pretty good idea. So again, number 1 is whatever it is that you're doing has to work 5 to 10 levels deep. Number 2, it has to work with somebody I don't know. Number 3, it has to work 1,000 miles away from you. And number 4, a dud has to be able to do it to a stud. So again, number 1, it has to work 5 to 10 levels deep. All it means is that the presentation, your approach, it shouldn't be dependent on you, so that whatever it is that you're teaching your team, it has to be able to duplicate. And the only way it's going to duplicate is if it's something simple, if you're pointing to a message, or if it's not dependent on you. Again, everything essentially comes back to some of the most professional people. They take themselves out of the picture, and they point to tools, they point to events, and that's how they promote their business. It's not dependent on them. So number 2 is it has to work with somebody I don't know. See, it's easy to recruit our friends or family sometimes because we can talk to them, we can sort of sit down and explain the business, we can go and they know us, and if we've had a level of success, then they trust us. But if you take somebody who you don't currently know and you present it the same way, are they still going to buy your products, or joining your marketing opportunity, or getting in your business? And if the answer is no to that, then again, you may have to reevaluate your method of operation. Number 3, it has to work 1,000 miles away. And this kind of goes back to number 2 with working with somebody you don't know. See, wouldn't it be great if your organization spanned across the country and not just stayed in your market or city that you're currently in? And yes, the internet has made that tremendously easier, but the principles still hold. If what you're doing currently is not duplicating outside of your area, that means it's dependent on you for whatever it is that you're training. Again, the way you're approaching people, it can't move away unless there's a simple system in place, and that somebody that comes in, they can share the information with their brother who lives in California while you might be in Florida, or somebody can get to a training event who lives in Minnesota and you're in Texas. So again, it has to go through that level of filter. And number 4, a dud has to be able to show it to a stud. And by a dud, I don't mean to put down people, but what I mean by that is, let's say you have a college kid who just graduated college with no business experience, and they like to approach this banker friend of theirs who they've known and admired all their life. Well, you have to give them a chance so that this person is not blown out of the water. And again, if you're putting your method of operation, if you're keeping things simple, if you're pointing to a message and you're not the messenger, but you're just simply pointing to the message, then that person, that college kid, all of a sudden has a chance with that banker who's been in business for 20 years and is distinguished in their field, and they're not going to get blown away. All of a sudden they have a chance to recruit that person and potentially again bring him into their business or sell them their products, whatever they may be. So again, the four laws are: it has to work 5 to 10 levels deep, it has to work with somebody you don't know, and it has to work 1,000 miles away from you, and number 4, a dud has to be able to show it to a stud. So that's the 4 laws of duplication. Hopefully you got something valuable. Hopefully you'll be able to take your next level with this information to the next level. I'll see you on the next video. Bye bye for now.